Hello, welcome back. Australia Day is coming up, so tonight what I thought I'd make is a kangaroo curry to celebrate the day. I'll be cooking about 5 litres worth of kangaroo curry, and that'll last 3 people about 2.5 days of meals. If you have it with rice, it might last you a bit longer. The ingredients I'll be using will be potatoes, 5 carrots, 2 onions, 2 tins of champignons. These are pieces and stems. I'll also be using 2 tins of reduced fat coconut milk. You don't need the full cream coconut milk. Curry powder. This is Indian style curry powder. I'll be using a tin of massaman curry paste. And massaman is a Thai curry. It's got lemongrass and chilli. It tastes really nice. The two together, it's a unique taste. I love it. If you just want a Thai massaman curry, just put in 2 tins of that. That'll do for 5 litres. Again, if you just want an Indian flavour, just put in maybe 5 to 6 tablespoons of curry powder. That'll do. Of course, I'll be using kangaroo meat. Kangaroo meat's very lean. You can see that there's hardly any fat on that at all. When you get beef or lamb, you usually see a lot of fat marbled throughout the meat. Kangaroo meat's 98% fat free. Kangaroo's a very lean animal, and when you get the steaks, they tend to be in these little strips. You'll either get these little fat nuggets like that, or you might be lucky and get a big one, but usually it's these thin sort of strips. And what I'll do is I'll just cut them up into bite-sized chunks, throw them into the casserole and cook them over a 10-hour period, and they'll be fine. That would be really nice. Okay, I'll introduce the slow cooker next. Just before I do that, you'll need a wooden spoon, you'll need a good knife for cutting, potato peeler for your carrots, and a tablespoon, and that's about it. As well as a fry pan, of course, to sear the meat. So I'll just introduce the slow cooker now. This is the slow cooker. This is what we'll be cooking the casserole in, the curry. They're pretty simple. They just have a lid and they have a removable dish. That's 5 litres. So everything just goes in there. Slow cookers have a few settings. Warm, low, high, pretty simple. I'll put it on low for about 10 hours. That'll do it. If I'm in a bit of a hurry, I might put it on high, and I'm around and I am prepared to stir it. I might put it on high for about 3 hours and then turn it down to low for about 5 hours or 4 hours, and just check it and see how it's going. So you can speed up the cooking process by changing the heat setting. In the 70s, these used to be called crock pots. Now they just call them slow cookers, but it's the same thing. Even though we're doing kangaroo tonight, if you haven't got any kangaroo, you can use beef, you can use lamb, and you can use chicken. You can use whatever you want. I've tried all different meat and it tastes great. Now I'm ready to put the ingredients into the crock pot or slow cooker. This is as simple as it gets. First I put in the champignons. Doesn't matter what order things come in. I've already opened the tins to save a bit of time. So 2 tins of champignons. And 2 tins of coconut milk. Massaman curry next. Scoop that out. That's it. Curry powder. 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of curry powder. Crushed garlic. Oh, that's a big bit. 1, 2. Oh, that's going to be good. 3. Give that a stir. I'm going to bring that camera over here and just have a look at it. Doesn't look real nice yet. but we're going to add the carrots, potatoes and the kangaroo meat to that, and it's going to taste great. Just finished chopping up the carrots and also the potatoes. As you can see, they're quite good sized chunks. The bigger they are, the longer they're going to take. The whole thing is going to take to cook, and usually you're held up on the potatoes or the carrots. So when you go to test it in the morning, you'll go, oh no, that needs a little bit more time because the potatoes aren't quite ready, even though the meat's ready and everything else is ready. The other thing is you've got to be able to put them into your mouth, so don't make them too big. So I'll just pour those in now. This is all the carrots. That's the 5 carrots. This is the million potatoes that I chopped up. You can see it's, just bring the camera over a little bit. You can see it's filling up nicely, and we haven't even added the meat yet, or the onions. I like to fill it right up to the very top. If I find there's a little bit more room, I'll probably end up adding maybe some more carrot or more potatoes. You could even throw in some broccoli or some cauliflower if you want. I like to keep the taste the way it is, so I'll probably just put more carrots in there. Here we are with the meat. I've cut the kangaroo up into bite-sized chunks, ready for the slow cooker. But before we put it in there, I want to sear the meat. So I want to put it in a fry pan. I've just used a little bit of canola oil on the fry pan. I want to lock in the juices by just searing around the surface of the meat. Also, doing that will destroy bacteria which may be on the surface of the meat. When you're using a slow cooker, it's very important to consider that. So I'm just going to put that in now. Then you'll see it on the pan. It won't cook for very long. It'll be real short duration. Then I'll just add in, mix it in, and after the onions, then we're just about done. That's it. Okay, I've been searing the meat. You can see it's no longer red. It's still red inside. I just needed to brown it off really. It's on a high heat setting, and that should be fine now. That's ready to go into the slow cooker. I've diced up those onions. I'm just going to add those now. You can see it's still not quite to the top, so what I've decided to do was to chop up another carrot and 2 more potatoes, just to bring it up. I could probably squeeze in another 2 potatoes into that, as well as, you might remember I said I'd save the tin, and I've decided to add a tin of water into there as well. In the morning, if you find that it's a bit thick, because you'd like to have the curries a little bit runny, pour over the rice and that sort of thing. If it's a little bit thick, just add in half a tin of water, and that'll take care of that. Some people like to add a little bit more coconut milk. I just add a little bit of water, and that's all. So all I do now is to stir it up, put the heat setting on low, let it go. We'll come back in about 3 hours, have a look, see how it's going, and in the morning we'll have a look, and I can tell you it already smells really nice. So if only you could smell what I can smell. Alright, that's it. Good morning. Let's check on the curry. So it's been 10 hours since we first started this. It looks great. It smells really fantastic. Just give that a stir. It's cooked all the way through. And it looks great. It smells great. So that's ready. Like I said, you can serve that with rice, so you can have it straight out into a bowl. Absolutely fantastic.